Hello, welcome back. So I hope you had a good chance to work on practice 2 and you managed to get out and meet up with an old friend perhaps and develop those social connections. So this week we are concerned with kindness and compassion. These behaviours have been referred to as pro-social behaviours, which links nicely to the social interaction that we spoke of in the previous practice. So there's a growing body of research that suggests kindness and compassion is fundamentally and inherently pleasurable to ourselves, and thus a key facet of our own level of happiness. And neuroscientists have discovered that when we provide levels of kindness and compassion to others, we receive the same level of pleasure and gratification that we're given out. So that's why we're concerned with that in regards to our own levels of happiness. The brain seems to be wired up to respond to other suffering, and it makes us feel good if we can in some way alleviate that level of suffering. And over and above that, it's been documented that when you increase your level of kindness and compassion, it can provoke neurological reactions, like an increase in your level of oxytocin, which has been referred to as the love drug. And the consistency of all this research strongly suggests that compassion and kindness, they're not simply fickle or irrational emotions, but they're rather an innate human response, embedded into the folds of our brain. So, put in a nutshell, giving without really wanting anything in return, being kind, showing levels of empathy and compassion is fundamentally rewarding to us. And that's something that contributes greatly to our own level of happiness. So there is evidence behind this. Right, 2 practices this time, not just one. First one is active listening. Here's what you have to do, quite straightforward. Take 15 or 20 minutes, maybe 2 or 3 times a week, to actively listen to someone who feels the need to vent. All right, a lot of times you will probably switch off when someone starts venting, but actively listen to them, right? And what I mean by actively listen is ask some questions to try and deepen the conversation a bit here, and show a level of empathy and compassion with comments like, "Oh yeah, I completely understand what you mean there, and yeah, I've felt the same way." Okay, use appropriate body language, and the most important thing is listen. Right, it is a conversation, but you're there to listen. Okay, try that 15 to 20 minutes, maybe a couple of times a week, right? And you should feel the same level of gratification and pleasure as the person is venting to you. Okay, and the second one is a random act of kindness. Right, there's been lots of research done on this that has proven when you provide someone with a random act of kindness, whether it's giving a homeless guy money on the street, or whether it's helping an old lady across the road, or go and give blood randomly, right? It has a huge effect, a huge impact on you. So try that. Try, 1 a week's fine. There's lots of research that actually says the more often you do it, the more gravity is placed on the return. But importantly, make sure that it's spontaneous, right? That's the most important part of a random act of kindness. It has to be random. Don't plan it, right? Make sure that it just happens. So if you come across an opportunity, take it, okay? Right, good luck. I'm actually thinking now that I'm going to provide you with the next practice in a week's time, and we're going to do it each week instead of every 2 weeks, okay? If that's a problem, let me know. But I've spoken to some people, and I think it would work better if we'd done 1 a week as opposed to 1 every 2 weeks. All right, good luck.